Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your June 2014 Runescope. My name is Amanda. As always, just want to remind you to watch the video for your rising sign as well if you know it. You can get more information or some clarification on this very general sun sign reading by also watching the video for your rising sign. Or, of course, the only way to get a reading specifically and only for you is to schedule one with me. I do those on Skype. It's $65 for a half-an-hour session. Just drop me a line at the email address below this video if you would like to set up an appointment, and we can check out what is going on for you specifically and what's going to be coming up for you over the next 9 to 12 months. I also did want to mention that there's been some problems with comments on YouTube disappearing since the Google Plus takeover. People have been emailing me about that, and I apologize if you've left me a comment and it hasn't appeared. I only delete spam or awful troll, nasty comments. So, I mean, if you've left me a comment and it's disappeared, that is a Google Plus thing. I don't know where they go. I wish I could tell you. I wish I knew so I could go retrieve them for you, but also, if you post a question for me, please make sure that you do it through YouTube and not Google Plus, because I can't reply to you on the YouTube page if you post it from Google Plus. And I don't go to Google Plus. I don't even know how to use it, and I'm not interested in learning. I'm still rather peeved that Google has ruined YouTube. So, in my opinion, you may think it's great. It just, I thought I'm the kind that if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I thought YouTube was working just fine before. I still, they say that this is limiting nasty comments, but I still see really nasty comments all over YouTube. So, I mean, that's kind of what we go to YouTube for, isn't it? Is to read the silly comments. I find that part of, some of the most entertaining aspects of my experience. I realize that nasty things are said, but I guess I just don't take things very seriously, coming from someone hiding behind a computer. So here's what we got coming up for you, Sagittarius, in June. Sorry, I digressed and got off topic there. Also, I apologize for the noise. If you hear shooting, that's the police academy shooting range right behind my house. It's fantastic. Really, it's really great when I'm meditating. Anyway, we all have our little problems, don't we? For June, Sagittarius, let's take a look at what you're going to be dealing with as far as a challenge. That's this first position. And this is something that may recur throughout the month. It's not going to color the whole month. I always have people say, oh, I don't want to deal with that, or I've dealt with this, or whatever. I mean, with Mercury retrograde all of June, you're going to be dealing with themes coming back around. Anything you haven't dealt with sufficiently, anything that still needs to be resolved will rear its lovely head once again. So, for you, Sagittarius, this could have to do with a relationship, a partnership, somebody you're close to. This could be a friend, but in most cases it's probably going to be a romantic situation. So your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. It could be that you are letting this person kind of lead you or make decisions that should be yours, or take steps that should be yours. When we get into a partnership, sometimes we can give up too much of our power, and you may be still trying to figure this out, Sagittarius. I mean, it may be a new relationship. And if somebody new comes into your life in June, because that's another way this can work, is that, be careful to not jump in until you know a lot about this person, because you fire signs can sometimes be very impatient and just, rush in. You just jump into the water without, throw caution to the wind and go for it, which is great in some circumstances, and that works out in some circumstances. Other circumstances, you shoot yourself in the foot. So just be patient in June, because nothing will be what it seems when it comes to relationships, Sagittarius. And that's what I'm getting. And that includes, all relationships, friendships, but especially one-to-one, up-close and personal relationships. some of you may feel like you should settle for someone who's interested in you. Even maybe you're dealing with a low self-esteem issue. Maybe you're feeling like maybe I should just settle for this person, even though I'm not really feeling it for them. Again, don't sell yourself short, Sagittarius. If some of you may want a beginning so badly or want a relationship so badly that you are just going to be like, okay, well, you're around, so I'll settle for you. Don't do that to yourself, because no sooner will you do that than somebody right will come along, and then you're in the situation where you have to hurt this person and, break up with them and move on to somebody else. So yeah, Sagittarius, just keep in mind, you can be part of a couple, but you're still an individual. And if somebody is not allowing you to be yourself, that is the number one thing that's going to send you running. You may put up with it for a little while, but Sagittarians are free spirits, and you have to be free, and your creativity has to be free to express itself. You can't feel confined. If you feel confined, your creativity is stifled. And that is such an important part of your being and who you are. And, you guys are the philosophers. You're the ones who, explain things to us and explain things to the rest of us. But you have to maintain freedom within a relationship and within a partnership. And if someone is not allowing you to do that, then you should really consider if this is the right person for you. What else will be going on for you in June? Definitely looks like there can be a new beginning in a situation that keeps coming back around, Sagittarius. And this could have to do with, it may be time to consider if you were wrong about something, Sagittarius. Or, this may be somebody else coming to you and saying, okay, I was wrong about this. It can work both ways, and it will be different for all of you. But, if you've just been being stubborn, and, particularly when it comes to holding a grudge or holding something against someone, really do in June try to see it from their perspective, because it looks like if you don't, they're going to make sure that you see it from their perspective, in the sense that, okay, I'm going to sit you down and I'm going to explain this to you. Or this may be you doing this to a person who is, not seeing things from your perspective. Maybe it's a little bit of both. Maybe you're both being stubborn and just refusing to see things from somebody else's perspective. To resolve this, you're both going to have to do that. And if you can do that in June, I see an opening up, a new beginning, everybody being able to reach an understanding. Things may get heated in the process of that, but sometimes there has to be difficulty before we can get to a new beginning. So, if you've been putting something off, Sagittarius, the advice in June is to deal with it, because the longer you put it off, the more it's just going to keep coming around. Just deal with it, get it over with in June, get it talked out so that you can go into July in a more positive frame of mind. Some of you may be encountering sexual difficulties, Sagittarius, and this will be particularly true if you're a male. In June, there may be something going on sexually. Maybe you are finding that you are just encountering physical difficulties. Maybe something is not working right. If you've been concerned about this, or if you are concerned about your reproductive health, definitely get that checked out, because that is another way this can work. Some of you may be working on a creative project and it's just maybe not flowing in June, again with the Mercury retrograde. Sometimes that can be a very creatively fulfilling time, but if you've got blockages, that particularly with emotions or with emotional relationships, this can stifle creativity. So again, creativity and emotions are tied together. So you could be finding out that there's a pattern there, that you're trying to get out of a rut there, or something to get things flowing and moving again the way you need to. So June is a time for review with the Mercury retrograde, Sagittarius. Things that need to be reviewed will come up. Deal with them the best you can. Because like I said, the sooner you deal with these situations and issues, the sooner you can move on from them. Help that's going to be available to you. Is that, you have people that are there for you, but there may be, like if you are needing financial assistance, if you are, looking to get a job. I mean, it looks like there will be opportunities available, or other people will help you financially if you need it, but there are strings attached. You know, but Sagittarius, make sure if you're asking somebody for money that you have been treating this person well, because it looks like some of you, and maybe you're not even aware of it, but some of you may have unknowingly offended someone or treated someone bad, and then to go to them and ask them for financial assistance, I mean, you're probably going to get an earful there. This can also be somebody doing this to you. And the help that's being given, or the help that's advised, is going to be for you to say no. You know, no, you've treated me like crap, and I don't like this, and I don't like when you did this, and then you said this to me, and then you did this, and no, I'm not loaning you money. Why would I loan you money? So that seems to be where you or another person is coming from, and it does seem to be the message that needs to be heard. So, and I think all this is tied together. Again, this whole finding a new beginning, finding a way forward. It could be that you can repair more than one relationship by the end of June, Sagittarius. What can't be changed about June? June is very karmic in the sense that, you know, you're going to be held accountable for your actions. If they've been good, you know, that's going to go swimmingly for you. It's those of you who have maybe treated someone unfairly, or maybe not considered someone else's feelings, you know. And for the most part, Sagittarius, you guys aren't like that. You do your best to consider people, but you are a fire sign, and sometimes fire signs, in their haste to get to a conclusion or to get something going or to, you know, reach their own goals, they can sometimes be a little oblivious to people around them, and that could be what maybe is going on here, Sagittarius. So, I mean, any sort of that behavior you'll be called into account for, but I think you will handle it very well. Some of you may be shocked, you may be surprised. Again, this may come as I had no idea that you felt this way. For some of you, if you've been waiting on a legal settlement, this could come through in June, and you may actually get more than you were thinking. There may be one aspect to it that's a little disappointing, as in it may be further delayed. But I mean, you could get word that this payout is going to come, and when that's going to happen. And this will be a victory for a lot of you. So, I mean, there's good in with the bad here, Sagittarius, or good in with the annoying. I don't really see any bad. I just see maybe annoying issues that you have to deal with that you would prefer not to in June. As far as the end of June, let's see what we've got going on here. Okay, going back to this person who maybe you have just met, or a newer relationship, or somebody who may be possessive of you. You may find out that somebody has lied to you, manipulated you, done something, or said something about you, or said something to you that surprises you. And this could be, you know, I do feel like, again, this is going back to a one-on-one relationship. So a close friend, a partner, somebody you're romantically involved with. And you may feel it, you may just be like, where the hell did that come from? Where the hell did that come from? And it's not going to sit well with you. It's not going to sit well with you, Sagittarius. And so this may be the person you need to confront for some of you. It may be your partner. Maybe they're meddling in things they shouldn't be meddling in. You know, going through your phone, going through your private stuff, saying things to your people, your friends, your family. And this is not cool, Sagittarius. This is not cool for anybody to be doing this. And it's certainly not going to be cool with you. You may allow this when a relationship is new, but I mean, if this is a relationship that's been going on a while, you may be fed up with this, and you may say so, and you should say so. That's not healthy. So that's what I'm seeing, Sagittarius, for that. Those of you who are trying to get pregnant, you know, trying to have a baby. I mean, it could be a long process if that's something you're trying to do. It does look like in June, anyway, you could run into some obstacles that way. For those of you who don't want to get pregnant, because again, this can come up as saying, oh, an unwanted pregnancy. That's another way this can work. So take precautions in June, Sagittarius, if you don't want to get pregnant. But a lot of you could just be bonding with mother or talking with your mother or an older female. And, you know, this could be a relationship that may have encountered some bumps, some difficulties, but you're going to be able to smooth that over. Just don't sabotage it, Sagittarius, or let someone else sabotage it, because it looks like things can get good again, but then instantly someone, either yourself or someone else, can sabotage this relationship. Don't let that happen. Don't let that happen, or you're just going to continue repeating this cycle of frustration where family is concerned. So yeah, it looks like this is a hard one. Victory, Sagittarius. Don't let anybody screw it up. Also, be careful driving. I just told this to Leo as well, because you've got a lot of travel cards in here that are reversed. With Mercury retrograde, it's definitely a time where there will be construction, there will be traffic delays. Make sure you allow yourself enough time so that you're not, you know, over hurrying and getting into road rage situations. And definitely make sure your car is up to date with maintenance, and that, you know, if there is a weird noise or something, that you get it checked out in June. Otherwise you could find yourself on the side of the road and having to call somebody to come get you. So just a little word of the wise there. But that is what I see for June, Sagittarius. It's going to be kind of a rocky month for most people. And Mercury retrograde is the cause, but most of this is just annoying stuff. It's just, you know, when Mercury retrogrades, everything slows down and we kind of have to review and deal with things that we haven't dealt with yet. If you've dealt with a lot of things as they've come up, then the month will be a lot easier for you. But that is what I see for June. Good luck with the Mercury retrograde. I will see you back here in July.